Envy is the tribute that ignorance pays to fame. There is nothing sadder than the man who lives envying the success of others. Those who envy others do not know that the real enemy is their own dissatisfaction. Numerous philosophers throughout the history of thought have addressed the theme of envy, analyzing it through the examination of man and his feelings. Aristotle, for example, contrasts envy with righteous indignation, while St. Augustine and St. Thomas have explored its moral aspects. Envy is a useless and harmful burden. What really matters is to improve yourself. Schopenhauer, on the other hand, considers envy as an inevitable passion, the opposite of which is compassion. For him, it is natural for man to feel bitterness when he sees the enjoyment of others, but this should not turn into hatred towards those who are more fortunate. However, what defines true envy is precisely the feeling that prevents the birth of genuine friendships. On the contrary, in a friendship where the good of the other coincides with one's own, envy has no place. In the thinking of the Enlightenment, envy is seen as one of the vices that negatively influence social bonds, vices that would be difficult to fight against, as they are an expression of human nature. There is a deep connection between envy and jealousy, but many authors agree in underlining that they are two distinct emotions. They differ not only in the type of relationship that is created between the subjects involved, but also in the object to which they refer. Envy, in fact, arises from the perception of the superiority of others, while jealousy is not necessarily based on this comparison. Furthermore, envy is often intertwined with other feelings such as ambition, admiration, competitiveness, pride, and emulation. Some scholars have also explored the role of the envied, an aspect rarely examined. These authors analyze the relationship between the envied and the feeling of envy that it arouses in others, and offer strategies to address and mitigate this emotion. Envy is one of the most irrational feelings. It makes us believe that we are harmed by the success of others. Envy is the fear that others will achieve what we fear we will lose. Envy is the greatest evil for the human soul. It consumes us without our realizing it. Envy has the power to destroy the heart of man, and his joy never comes. Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that scares us most. Envy is the greatest tribute we can pay to those who surpass us. There is nothing that hurts a man's soul more than to see someone succeed better than he in what he has tried to do. There is never satisfaction in envying those who have more than you. Happiness does not depend on what others have, but on your ability to appreciate what you have. Envy kills beauty, but beauty can never be envious. Most people are only as happy as they choose to be, and those who are envious are never truly happy. One cannot enjoy true greatness without being free from envy. Our spirits become empty when we allow envy to occupy our hearts. Envy is the pain felt at the good of another, a manifestation of the inability to recognize one's own uniqueness. It is true that this feeling serves as a motivation to improve and excel, but it is also an obstacle to personal growth. Therefore, it is important to recognize and manage it, both in yourself and in others. Perhaps the thoughts we offer here will help you understand it from various perspectives. Envy is a poison that kills first the one who feels it and then the one who is its object. There is nothing sadder than envy, which makes those who feel it unhappy and does not enrich those who inspire it. Confronting yourself is a form of self-harm. Our envy always lasts longer than the happiness of those we envy. Envy is the worm that gnaws at merit and glory. Envy obscures one's own brilliance by looking at the light of others. Envy is like drinking poison and hoping someone else will suffer the consequences. Envy is like a fire. It consumes those who feed it. Happiness and envy are incompatible. We are inclined to enumerate the joys of others rather than celebrate our own. Happiness is always subject to envy. Misery alone is not envied by anyone. The envious man praises me without knowing it. Envy is the most stupid of vices because there is not a single advantage to be gained from it. The silence of the envious makes a lot of noise. A ferocious self. Here is the envious one. Envy is the ulcer of the soul. The gain of others is almost always perceived as one's own loss. Envy, like any human emotion, is part of our experience, but it should not define us. Remember that envy arises from comparison and lack, but true growth comes only when we learn to appreciate what we have and celebrate the successes of others. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, subscribe for more content, and leave your thoughts on envy in the comments. How do you deal with this feeling in your life?